Think your PC is fully optimized? Not quite. Even after cleaning everything up, Windows is still running a bunch of stuff you don't need, quietly slowing you down in the background. Not FPS drops, something more subtle. Higher idle usage, random spikes, inconsistent responsiveness. Your system feels heavier even when nothing's open. That's not your hardware, that's Windows behavior. Let's fix that.
Step 1. Disable startup apps. Biggest easy win. Before touching advanced tweaks, start with the simplest and most effective optimization, startup apps. Many programs automatically launch when Windows starts, even if you don't need them. These silently consume resources and slow down your system from the moment it boots. How to access startup apps. Right-click the taskbar. Click Task Manager. Go to the Startup Apps tab. You'll see a list of programs that run when your PC starts. What to do? Disable everything you don't actually need at startup. Examples: updaters, launchers, RGB software, unused apps. Important: only keep enabled apps you actively need on boot, essential drivers or security software. Everything else can be launched manually when needed. Why this matters? Every startup app uses RAM, adds background processes, increases CPU wake-ups. Reducing them lowers your baseline system load immediately.
Step 2. Turn off Windows Startup background apps. Now we go one level deeper using built-in Windows settings. Even if apps don't visibly open, Windows can still load them silently in the background, which adds unnecessary system load. How to access startup settings. Open Settings, go to Apps, Startup. You'll see a list of apps with toggles. What to do? Turn off everything unnecessary. Focus on disabling apps you don't use daily, background utilities, updaters and sync tools, game launchers unless needed on boot. Keep enabled only essential apps you actually need at startup. Why this matters? Even when apps aren't open, Windows may load them into memory, sync data in the background, check for updates constantly. This leads to higher RAM usage, more CPU activity, random background interruptions. Result? After disabling unnecessary startup apps here, you should notice lower idle RAM usage, faster system response, fewer background spikes, more consistent performance.
Step 3. Disable Safe Common Windows Services. Now we move into Windows services, but carefully and safely. We are not disabling critical system services, only common ones that most users don't need, especially for gaming or performance-focused setups. How to access services. Press Windows Search. Type services.msc. Open it. You'll see a list of all background services running on your system. Safe services to disable if unused. Only disable these if you don't need them. Sysmain, background preloading service, can cause disk usage spikes, especially on SSDs. Print spooler, only disable if you don't use a printer. Xbox services, Xbox accessory, Xbox Live, Game Save. Safe to disable if you don't use Xbox features. Windows Error Reporting Service, sends diagnostic reports, not required for performance. Connected User Experiences and Telemetry, handles background tracking and data collection. Geolocation Service, not needed for gaming or most desktop usage. How to disable a service. For each service, double-click it, set Startup Type to Disabled or Manual if unsure. Click Stop if running. Click Apply, then OK. Why this matters? These services run constantly, wake the CPU, and add background load. Disabling unused ones improves system consistency, not just raw FPS. Step 4. adjust game mode and background scheduling. Now we optimize how Windows prioritizes your system resources, especially when gaming. How to access game mode. Open Search. Type Game Mode Settings. Open it. What to set? Game mode on. Why this matters? On modern versions of Windows, game mode is much improved. When enabled, it reduces background tasks and interruptions, prioritizes game processes and system resources, helps stabilize frame times and responsiveness. Instead of boosting raw FPS, it improves consistency, which is more important for smooth gameplay. Important. Older advice says turn it off. That's outdated. Test on versus off, but for most systems today, on is better. Step 5. Clean up remaining background behavior. New tweaks. Now we finish by removing smaller background processes that still impact consistency and responsiveness. These aren't heavy individually, but together they add noise to your system. 1. Disable background app permissions. Go to Settings/Privacy and Security/Background Apps or App Permissions/Background Apps, depending on your Windows version. What to do? Turn off apps you don't need running in the background. Keep only essential apps enabled. Why this matters? These apps can sync data, check for updates, run silently in the background. Disabling them reduces idle CPU and RAM usage. 2. Disable unnecessary notifications. Go to Settings/System/Notifications. Turn off tips, suggestions, ads/promotional notifications. You can also disable notifications for apps you don't care about. Why this matters? Notifications trigger background processes, cause random CPU wake-ups, and can interrupt full-screen apps. 3. Turn off search indexing. Optional. If you don't rely heavily on Windows search, open services.msc, find Windows search, set startup type to manual, safer, or disabled, maximum performance. Why this matters? Search indexing constantly scans files, uses disk and CPU in the background. Disabling it reduces background disk activity, especially on HDDs or busy systems.
Windows isn't slow because of one thing, it's slow because of everything running at once. To recap, we did disable unnecessary startup apps, turn off background startup behavior, disable safe, unused services, optimize game mode and scheduling, clean up remaining background activity. These changes won't double your FPS, but they will fix something more important: lower process count, less background interference, smoother, more consistent performance. If this helped you, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your process count in the comments. And if you want a part 3, we can go even deeper into DPC latency, drivers, and real-time system tuning. See you in the next one.